Welcome back, everyone, to the NFT NATION Podcast, the most relatable and reliable NFT and crypto podcast in the nation. In today's episode, I will be explaining what has been going on with the latest Ethereum update and the problems that have been occurring with it in the past few weeks. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first, to understand what's really been going on with the Ethereum 2.0 update and all the problems that's been going along with it as well, you kind of have to. I'll give a brief explanation of what Ethereum 2.0 is or supposed to be. But before, if you would like to start to learn more about what the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade really is, I would definitely recommend you check out our episode where we explained more into detail what Ethereum 2.0 is and what the future prospects for it are. So that should be, I will have the link for that in the description of this episode. Go ahead and listen to that first if you do not know what Ethereum 2.0 is. But if anyone would like to kind of get a rehash of what Ethereum 2.0 is, here's a quick explanation. So pretty much Ethereum 2.0, or the upgrade, is called the merge, which aims to help the network run more efficiently and reduce carbon footprint. And it obviously has seen multiple delays since its inception. So the first part of the upgrade is called Phase 0, and this is a brand new blockchain, which it has already happened. This upgrade is going to be in multiple parts, so Phase 0 has already happened. So Phase 1 is actually expected late this year, and this is what kind of the podcast episode today is all about, how this phase has been pushed back. So Phase 1 is the first merge, will be the change of the blockchain to completely proof of stake. So the proof of stake rewards will be about 7 to 10%, and this is going to be merging of transactions. This will pretty much completely do away with the proof of work model, which is mining. So Ethereum, there will be no more Ethereum miners, and this is very important to make the blockchain a lot faster, as well as more decentralized and more community focused, since everyone in the community will be able to stake their Ethereum and help with transactions that way. And this is also going to be a brand new face for Ethereum, because everyone kind of understands right now that Ethereum is really based off of the proof of work model, similar to Bitcoin. And since other blockchains in the kind of crypto space have been moving to a proof of stake model, this just makes sense for Ethereum to switch to proof of stake. So that's kind of a basic explanation of what Phase 1 is. And obviously, there's going to be another phase after Phase 1, and that is Phase 2. And this is going to be pushed pretty far back, especially if Phase 1 is already pushed back. But this is expected in the later part of 2023. And this is pretty much the sharding phase, where the database will be split into 64 different kind of chains or blockchains or transactions, if that makes sense. So this will allow much faster speeds on the network. And if you think about it, easier way to understand this is, if the Ethereum blockchain is now a one-lane road, sharding will pretty much make this one-lane road into a 64-lane highway. So obviously, a lot more transactions can be computed on the blockchain. So a few quick tips about what really Ethereum 2.0 is going to be. And obviously, the same ETH tokens will be on the update, as well as like kind of the same. Everything will be the same token wise. A lot of people think that the gas fees are going to go down, but if you take a broad brush and kind of look it over everything, gas fees will not really go down that much, just because there will still be the same amount of people on the network, and people will still want to use the Ethereum network, and pretty much the fees will go to stakers instead of miners. But also, this is going to be really good for kind of the publicity of Ethereum, because this will make Ethereum eco-friendly. Since you are taking away the physical miners that use energy and a lot of power and have a heavy carbon footprint with mining, and turning it into staking that has a very, very, very tiny carbon footprint, this is going to be make Ethereum look a lot better in the eyes of kind of people that care about the earth and the carbon footprint. And also, this will remove the power required to run the network, which is really good, because it's going to decrease the amount of energy that is spent on making the Ethereum network run. This also might draw more big-time investors to Ethereum, since there will not be as much backlash for supporting something that is hurting the planet. Also, There will be much higher security with staking since it's going to be community based, where it's all together and the community can pretty much verify transactions via staking pools. And just a quick little plug again, if you want to learn more about staking, go ahead and check our podcast episode all about what is staking. I will put that in the link of I'll put that in the description as well. And also, this is going to be make Ethereum much more scalable. This will make settlement times faster since there are more and more lanes on the highway, just like I mentioned earlier. And also, the chain will be able to handle many more transactions just because there will be more lanes for transactions to fall into, if that makes sense. So without further ado, I'm going to explain what's really been going on with the Ethereum upgrade and why it's being pushed back. So to better explain why Ethereum 2.0 and the upgrade has been pushed back, I found an article from Bloomberg that's titled "Ethereum's highly anticipated upgrade will be later than June." And obviously, this was expected to be in like the first or second quarter of 2022, and now since it's expected in June, it's been pushed back a lot. So pretty much the reason why this article kind of went viral is because one of the leading Ethereum software developers said the blockchain network's much anticipated technical upgrade known as the merge will likely be completed a few months after June. So people obviously are not happy that's being pushed back, but at least we're seeing some kind of guidance from the developers. So the comment helps to establish a possible timeline for the completion after Ethereum passed another major test this last Monday. The network's developers had launched a mainnet shadow fork to test stress for the new upcoming software. So obviously they're just running a lot of tests and making sure everything's working before they make a big announcement about what's going to happen next. So Tim Biko, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. If you're a fan of this podcast, you know I always get names wrong here. But Tim Biko is a computer scientist who coordinates Ethereum developers, and he tweeted on Tuesday, "It won't be June, but likely in a few months after." He said this on Twitter. So we're responding to someone asking when the Ethereum update is going to happen. And he also said there is no firm date yet, but we're definitely in the final chapter of the proof of work system on Ethereum. So obviously he's telling the community, hey, like make sure you're kind of ready to move to proof of stake and everything because we're nearing the end of mining on Ethereum. So obviously the proof of work is mining, and he's just telling everyone, hey, get ready. No more mining is about to be a thing of the past. Just we're moving on to the future. And obviously earlier in this Twitter thread, Tim Biko had urged a user to stop investing in more mining equipment, which is even more of a kind of showing that this is going to move to a proof of stake system, and we need to stop focusing on proof of work or mining. So the merge will enable the blockchain to move from the proof of work consensus mechanism, which uses energy intensive specialized computers to validate transactions and secure the network. So it's obviously going to move from mining to proof of stake. The new mechanism allows Ether holders or stakers to operate as validators to perform those tasks. So instead of having massive computers compute transactions to validate transactions on the blockchain, you are now putting it into the hands of the community and proof of stake pools, which will make transactions valid or not. Biko earlier said he wouldn't be surprised if the merge happens in the fall, but didn't give a more specific timeline. Ether outperformed Bitcoin in late this past month, and as another test for the upgrade went through on March 15th. So they are continuing to build on top of this upgrade, and they are really excited for what's going to happen in the future with this upgrade. Obviously, no one in the Ethereum community besides the developers really understand when this Ethereum upgrade will fully be available and implemented into the blockchain. But it's really great to see that the community or the developers on top of Ethereum have the confidence to come out and kind of tell everyone, hey, like we're sorry that it's getting postponed, but trust us, we're working on it, and they're actually giving us proof of them running tests on the new blockchain to make sure everything works. And a little bit of my personal thoughts on this whole topic is that I completely understand that Ethereum 2.0 will change the game and the entire blockchain community, not only just on Ethereum, because more and more transactions will be able to happen and more people will be able to build on top of Ethereum with this proof of stake protocol. And also, it kind of gives back to the community, allowing the community to stake their Ethereum and make a return from it. I'm really excited for the future, just kind of all crypto in general, not just of. I'm not just excited for the potential of Ethereum. I'm kind of excited for the entire market because especially since if Ethereum is a main mover in the market, if this goes well, then many more blockchains will kind of follow in Ethereum's footsteps to kind of seek success, if that makes sense. And obviously, I am a huge believer in the proof of stake model. If you check out that episode all about proof of stake, you can definitely tell I am very passionate about proof of stake. I personally stake many cryptos to potentially get a return on them because I believe the proof of stake protocol works so well. And I think mining is way too expensive and it's really energy intensive, which I believe that we need to kind of reduce our carbon footprint and try to make the earth a little bit healthier and focus on not draining the earth of natural resources as well as power. So I really want to hear back from you all. Really, what are your opinions on Ethereum 2.0 upgrade? Do you think it's ever going to happen? Do you think they're kind of just kicking the can down the road and hoping something happens or people just forget about it? Or do you truly believe that it's going to happen sometime this year? Or if you don't think it's going to happen this year, when do you think it's going to happen? So I will leave a poll in the Spotify notes, and you should be able to kind of state your opinion there. But yeah, guys, I really hope I made this episode really short and sweet just for everyone to completely understand what's been going on with the Ethereum update. And I hope you all learned something today. If you did and you have a friend that is confused about the Ethereum update, go ahead and send them this video. Go ahead, send them a text and be like, hey, I learned something today from this podcast. I think you could listen to it too and learn something as well. And obviously, if you want to help us grow here, I would love for you all to give us 5 stars on Spotify. That really helps Spotify understand that we are a growing podcast and people really care about our podcast and want to see us grow. And if you want to contact us further, maybe you are someone who would like to be interviewed or state your opinion on the crypto market or anything like that, feel free to send us a DM or message us on any of our social medias. It is at NFT _nation _podcast. That is the same username for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We feel free to message us on any of those platforms. We will always get back to you because we are always looking for new ways to grow and get better. So yeah, guys, I really hope you learned something today. Hope you were informed by what I had to say, and have a good one, guys.